Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gav Major, and this is a review of the premium Tier 6 American destroyer Charles F. Hughes. Now this is a Tier 5 and 6 game of capture based on Haven, Akatsuki, Benson, Devonshire, Boise, California, West Virginia, Tennessee, Snob, and Eisenhower on the enemy team. Probably the Benson's the biggest concern, I think. Now spawning on the right flank, so I'm just moving up to do a little bit of scouting, noting that I'm located, which means that one of the enemy DDs, most likely the Benson, is running Perceptive or Twist and Drag. So, history-wise, the Charles F. Hughes is basically a 1942 refit Benson class destroyer, where one of the turrets, P turret or Q turret, I guess you could say, was removed in order to make way and weight availability for some additional anti-aircraft capabilities. This being some 40mm Bofors, so that way it just improved the medium range anti-aircraft capability, I guess you could say. In game, this makes overall a negligible difference, I guess you could say, apart from losing some of your DPM. Anyway, so into the game we go, and survivability wise, well, in comparison to the Tech Tree Tier 6 destroyers, she has a below average base HP of 14,300. Just want to make sure I'm up to the island here. Okay. Now you have the typical tin can arm scheme, something that you are used to if you play destroyers. Artillery wise, well, like I said, she's had one of her guns removed, so in comparison to the Benson, rather than having 5 guns, she has 4 guns. These are 5-inch guns, mounted in single mounts. We have A turret with B turret super firing up front, and Y turret with X turret super firing at the rear. Now these do have the second shortest range of 10.6 kilometers and the fastest reload of 3.5 seconds. Considering I'm located, there's not exactly anyone barreling down onto me at the moment. That's what I was kind of expecting. Watching the enemy team, I'm noting that most of their ships, 4 of them so far, have been spotted over on the left. 2 are dead ahead, that's 6 out of 9. That just leaves the 2 destroyers and one of their battleships not found so far. Okay, well, we might move up a little bit and see what we can find. So, they also have the fastest reload of 3.5 seconds and the fastest reverse speed of 5.3 seconds per 180 degrees of rotation. Third lowest HE shell damage, 1,800 per shell, which is 100 less than the Benson. Lowest fire chance as well of only 5%. Lowest AP shell damage as well, 2,100 per shell, which is again 100 less than the Benson. However, they do have the second highest HE DPM, second worst fires per minute, and a below average AP DPM. When it comes to the torpedoes, you have 2 quintuplet launchers, which are both mounted amidships, so they do have access to both sides, so 10 torpedoes in total. Your launchers have the second longest reload time of 110 seconds. Torpedoes are the... oh, we are now spotted. Probably by something Japanese, I would guess. I'm just going to duck in behind the islands, because this will give me a nice indication which general direction he is. And also gives us some cover from the California. Oh boy, she is close. And it's the Benson. Interesting. We have seen at least 1 launcher. I'm going to make it look like I'm going to barrel around the corner. That's the second launcher, so we are now good to engage. So we're going to see what we can do. Torpedoes are already trained and ready, so engine boost on. I suspect the Benson, yeah, he's going to try and tuck it in as close as he can. Might just do 1 launcher there. I'll do another launcher there. That's all we need. spotted by the California, so just going to slow it down and let the California leave our gun range, I hope. He's not looking at us, no one else seems to be looking. I think we got away with that one. Rightio. Where was I? I think I remember doing the reload time, a second lowest damage of 11,733, which is a bit more than the fully upgraded Benson, but the reason being is the torpedoes on the Charles F. Hughes are the base torpedoes that you get on the Benson. So if you remember playing the Benson before you got the torpedo upgrade, that's the kind of torpedoes you've got here. Now they do have the second shortest range of 6.4 kilometers, which means your base stealth torpedo range is at minus 0.7 kilometers. So you already start at a deficit. Obviously, you can make it so you can stealth torpedo with things like using Gleaves, concealment inspirations as well. So that's what I've been able to do. And having done that, I've been able to reduce my detectability down to 5.5 and push my torpedo range out to 7.4. So I have been able to try and make her a bit more like a torpedo boat, I guess you could say. Now the detection of these torpedoes is 1.3 kilometers, and they do 64 knots. Maneuverability wise, well, she is the second fastest at 38 knots, but the average speed at the tier is 37.5 knots, and there's quite a few destroyers which do 38 knots at the tier. She has the best turning circle of 570 meters. And second best rudder shift of 2.7 seconds, so she can be quite manoeuvrable. When it comes to the concealment, you are above average at 7.1 kilometers base. That's detectability by sea. Average detectability by the air, which is 3.5 kilometers, and average detectability by fire and smoke, which is 2.5 kilometers. No, 2.6. I do apologise. Regarding the consumables, engine boost times 2, this will increase your engine speed by 8% for 120 seconds, taking your base speed of 38 knots up to 41.04 knots, obviously subject to inspirations, commander traits. Devonshire is actually reversing in, so we'll do some of this. And also things like battle booster flags. This engine boost does have a 180 second reload. In regards to your smoke screens, they are identical to the Benson, so a 27 second duration is how long it takes to lay a smoke screen, a 121 second dispersion is how long it stays around for, and a 240 second reload. But at the moment, I'm just going to sit here and contest it. The reason being is at every moment that I contest this, they don't earn a point and our team does. So you'll note at the top there, even though we're down on points, we're the team that's still collecting points, I guess you could say. Whether we get 2 torpedoes on this Devonshire, oh my. I would love to try and engage this Devonshire and see if we can start a fire. I think we're going to have to. Unfortunately, leading a little bit too much there, I think. We are going to get reset, unfortunately, but there's not much we can do about that. And of course, the very low fire chance that we get with this destroyer is unfortunately punishing us. Switching to AP, because she's offered us a bit of broadside. Aiming for the upper belt, and hoping that maybe we can get some AP penetrations. I think the enemy team is going to walk away with the win here. However, we will have another crack at this base. We will have to keep an eye on the Gunnies now closing in. And yeah, we're just going to have to play it by ear, I guess you could say. As always, down in the description will be the command build and the modules. Command build wise, as I've already said, I've taken Gleaves. I haven't bothered with Fragile Threat, I've just taken a look at me now. I have taken those torpedo skills which do improve the torpedo range, and then I've also taken Bay and Sims as inspiration, pretty standard, just a bit of concealment, a bit of HP, just to give me a bit more longevity in the gunfight should it be necessary. Modules wise, taking aim assistance module 1, although I'm tempted maybe to swap that out to AA guns sometimes. We are also now detected by a destroyer, which is a mostly full health Akatsuki, so we're just going to have to see what we can do here, maybe hoping that we can keep a bit of a gun advantage here, but I think she is, obviously as a Japanese ship, she hits hard with her guns, so even though I can shoot faster, she hits harder. Maybe we seal the deal there, whether we can, there we go, unfortunately, that's the best we could do. Jump into our other colleague, I guess you could say, who's in the Jervis. Yeah, aiming systems module 1, but thinking about changing out to AA guns. Also taking propulsion mod just for that kind of like stop start, like dodging of enemy incoming fire. It can be helpful. Furthermore, you don't really need steering gears, you've already got a 2.7 second rudder shift. And then obviously I've taken concealment module, reason being is that one, it does reduce your attack speed by 10%, so that is obviously improving your stealth torpedo range, but furthermore it's actually improving your detectability by air as well. That's something you need to always bear in mind sometimes with destroyers. Maybe with the American destroyers it doesn't really matter too much because your main anti-aircraft capability is your 5-inch guns. They are dual purpose guns. Ironically, even though the Charles F. Hughes is a Benson class destroyer with an improved anti-aircraft capability, in reality, with the removal of a 5-inch gun and the addition of 40mm Bofors, in game the AA rating of the Benson fully upgraded and the AA rating of the Charles F. Hughes is identical, and actually I would say in game the AA rating of the Charles F. Hughes is actually probably slightly worse because you're losing it's a heavy AA, because heavy AA is the one that does the most damage. Medium range AA, your 40mm, they do alright. Thankfully, it's not light AA. Light AA really doesn't do too much until it's a little bit too late for the for your ship, really, because the bubble's so small. So you do get improved medium range AA at the cost of your long range AA, and I think I'd rather have the long range AA. 50,000 damage from 3 torpedo hits, getting 3 kills. That's the Benson, the Akatsuki, and the Devonshire, which wasn't too bad, really. I guess you could say 69 hits on target, and more than likely, I guess, yeah, we're going to be coming in top of the team there. Though it was just one of those teams where potentially playing with snowmen, I guess you could say, a little bit quiet on my flank. Thankfully that did play into my favour in getting into the base and holding on to it with tooth and nail, but unfortunately the enemy team managed to get back there in time. We were only 48 seconds from the win there. Colony wise, walking away with a profit of 432,000 credits, so she does have an improved credit earning potential, or a reduced ship service cost, I guess you say, for being a premium tier 6 destroyer, so she will earn you lots of credits. Obviously that is with a premium account and a common credit booster that ends total ship service cost 79,000 credits. In reality, is she worthwhile? I would say probably not. I'd say it's a very expensive premium skin for a Benson at the end of the day. You're sacrificing a single gun for a couple of 40mm, keeping your hull upgrade, keeping your gun upgrade, losing your torpedo upgrade, and having the potential to earn some more credits. So really not worthwhile. If you're looking for a decent destroyer at this tier, you probably want to be looking at, say, like the Z35. If you want like a nice all-rounder, she's got great sonar. If you're looking for like an AA destroyer, this is not where to look. You want to be looking at the Kid, which has like a vastly improved anti-aircraft capability. If you're looking for a torpedo boat, you probably really want to be looking at, say, some of the Japanese ones. If you really want an American torpedo boat, then you probably want to be looking at maybe the Benham. If you're looking for a Benson, but slightly worse, feel free to pick up the Charles F. Hughes. If you're looking for a Benson, but it's not a Benson, but it's premium, then you probably want to look at picking up the Sims, in all honesty. And that's my summary here. But what you do with your money is your choice at the end of the day. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this, and if you have, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Down in the description is the commander build and the ship modules, as I've already mentioned, as long with the link to Patreon if you want to support the channel on Patreon, because it is a non-monetized channel, and the email address for the channel if you want to send any of your own game captures for the community spotlight video on the Monday. I'd like to say thank you to all the patrons, thank you to all the subscribers. Patrons, your names will be appearing on the end screen. Thank you very much. Until next time, I'm the Galloping Major, and back to the port.
Hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the Galloping Major. Bumpity, 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 bump. Get out of the way there, you fellows, unless you want me to run you down. I guess this is the life. Now, hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the Galloping Major.